I've decided that I'm going to eat at every quick service location on Disney property, but free will isn't nearly as fun, so this week the spinner was after the resorts, but in a battle of dining hall versus pool bar, it seems the spinner will always pick pool bars because we got pool bar again. And from there, it gave us Mahi Pool Bar. Opening, I assume, with the resort in 2009, Mahi Pool Bar is the pool bar at the Uzima Pool at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village. And truthfully, the only fun fact I could find about this place is that it is named after the Swahili word for water, which is ironic considering that that's probably the exact opposite of what you're going to end up getting from here. So, let's go to Animal Kingdom Lodge for my first time at Mahi Pool Bar. And let's get rankings, starting with the theme. I do like the theme here a whole lot. It's very vibrant and full of life, but it's also very on theme for Animal Kingdom Lodge. It takes the form of a hut, and the details that lend into this work so well. My favorite part is the lights that look like open flames. I just think they're really cute. It may have the same shape and setup as some of the lesser pool bars we've seen, but what makes it excel is its ability to use that setup to create something that's so wonderfully on brand. And sorry I couldn't get better footage of the whole building. There was lightning in the area, so they locked us out of the pool gate, which is exactly where I had to be to get the perfect shot of this place. It's fine, I'm a big fan, so I'll respect his privacy. I find it hard to imagine that I could ever give a pool bar a 5 out of 5. I just don't think it has what it takes, full disclosure, but I do think it stands among some of the best pool bars we've had thus far. So I'll give it the same that I gave those pool bars, at a 4.5 out of 5. Now let's move on to the food. I would say this is the first pool bar we've seen that serves 100% on-brand food for its resort and not just typical American pool bar food, because Mahi Pool Bar serves African food. Sure, it's mostly American pool bar food with an African twist, but that twist is still there, so I'll give it credit. I'd also like to mention that, unlike Jumbo House, Kidani Village does not have a quick service dining hall of any kind. So this pool bar almost acts as a stand-in quick service location for half the resort. But first off, I got the gourmet grilled cheese. This features goat cheese, bacon, onion jam, and tomatoes. And wow, this was delicious. It was so wonderfully cheesy, and that goat cheese really took a front seat for sure, which is great for me because I love goat cheese. Not to mention all the other flavors work together so perfectly, particularly that onion jam. This feels like the most adult grilled cheese I've ever had. Like, I do think a kid would order this, take one bite, and throw a tantrum and claim it's not grilled cheese, but for me, it was perfect. Us grown-ups have to have nice things too, you know. And this sandwich was such a nice thing. It also came with a side of chips, and they were fine, better than the typical bag chips you'd get from anywhere else, but not the most unique. I also got the non-chicken club, and this was really good as well. I loved the flavor of that tandoori chicken. It was very unique and delicious. I do think the chicken was a tad dry, but with how good and plentiful that sauce was, I think it is easy to overlook that. It also comes with a tremula mayo. It comes on the side for dipping, and this was also very delicious. It went perfectly with the tandoori flavor, but it did have a great flavor on its own as well. So overall, I found this to be a really tasty dish. I don't think I liked it quite as much as the grilled cheese, but it was still good. And it also comes with a side of chips. A perfectly fine side. And for my dessert replacement boozy drink, I got the marula shake. And this was so good. Look, I know it's a dessert replacement drink, but it may as well have been dessert itself because it hit the spot. This is essentially a boozy milkshake, and I love that. For me, someone who doesn't like strong boozy flavors, I thought the ice cream did a great job of disguising that flavor, but the booze they did choose to go in it tasted so good with the ice cream that I didn't even mind its presence. I know that this is the best drink I've gotten from a pool bar for this series thus far. And it's gonna be a hard one to beat. I could have ordered a second one, it was that good. And for our mocktail, we got the blackberry limeade soda. I usually like the mocktails more than the cocktails, so if the cocktail was that good, I'll bet this is gonna be so delicious. Ugh. What the heck? Ew. Okay, for being a blackberry limeade, this is so bitter. It was almost like drinking straight up lime juice, no sweetener of any kind. I couldn't get any blackberry flavor. Listen, maybe this is for some people, but it was not for me. This was not good. And this day will go down in history as the first time I liked a boozy drink more than a mocktail. Remember this feeling. It will never happen again. So overall, the food here really did impress me. I found it incredibly delicious and unique, both from a pool bar perspective and a quick service perspective, considering this is essentially the quick service location for Kidani Village. I don't think it's perfect, but I do think it comes pretty dang close. I will give the food a 4 out of 5. Lastly, did I discover something? Would I choose to eat here of the choices I usually make at Disney resorts? I definitely could, but I think I'd have to be staying here. I don't think anything here was good enough for me to feel like I have to go out of my way to have it, which I essentially have to do with most of the resorts, go out of my way. But if I ever find myself staying at the Kidani Village side of Animal Kingdom Lodge, I'd definitely stop by. And if you are staying at the Kidani Village side of Animal Kingdom Lodge, don't stress about not having a quick service location, because I do think that this is a worthy alternative. I think it's a great pool bar for your pool day, but I also think it's just a great spot to grab some food. It embodies the spirit of why I included pool bars in the series in the first place. So, Mahi Pool Bar clocks in at an 8.5 out of 10. The first one of the series, if you can believe it. So that lands it in 24th place out of 101. I am wondering if this is going to be a major upset for some of you that I have a pool bar up the side. But sorry, I was impressed. And tell me, have you been to Mahi Pool Bar? Do you like Mahi Pool Bar? Had you even heard of Mahi Pool Bar before clicking on this video? Let me know in the comments. But we'll see what's next.